Hola, hola, buenas. Hope you're doing well. So this is the intro for YouTube because I want to upload this video to my YouTube channel, which I don't do often. If you want to see more about sketchbook tours, tutorials, process videos, again, whatever, illustration, everything illustration and art related, you can go to my Patreon. There's content for paid members and also for free members. And let's see, today I'm gonna show you two sketchbooks, special sketchbooks from Colombia, from my trip to from 2022 and my trip to from 2024. It was easier in Spanish. It will be easier, but again, look, it's full of anecdotes. If I'm gonna remember all, I don't know. Let's see. Sorry guys, sorry YouTube if my English doesn't sound very professional. But again, I mean, I would like to do it in Spanish, but it is what it is. Les diría muchas cosas en español, pero bueno. Also, I'm not, I mean, I'm recording outside, but I'm not like Luisito Comunica or something like that. So this is just, and I'm not going to do a lot of attempts. So this is what you get. Just something natural. Okay, let's go. So these are the two sketchbook I have. I'm gonna start with the first one. This is a Moleskine sketchbook from the collection Croquis. It's really nice. I really like it. But it's not finished. I need to say it's not finished because I didn't draw as much as I wanted to. So I started the sketchbook with my ticket. My flight. So it was a long flight because with a lot of waiting, I bought a cheap one, of course. So this first drawing was waiting in the airport from Barcelona. It was very early in the morning, so it's still dark. Just the view, from the window, waiting for the for the airplane. This was in the second airport in France, in Paris. It was like a 5 hour waiting, so I had a lot of time. But it's, I don't know, in these places it's still a bit difficult for me to draw because normally I draw from observation, and to be honest, it's not very appealing for me, like to draw all the seats and the people just waiting for their flights. Maybe I could acquire this with time, but in this moment I haven't. This is a second view from the airplane. I think this was from Paris to Panama, and then Panama, Cali. So you can imagine how long it was. This was on the airplane, waiting for the airplane, and I think this was what is this? I'm just trying to remember. I don't know if this was from a reference photo I have in my phone or from a movie I played. I don't remember. This is not as I wanted to, I was just trying to do something with the time I had, but I don't like too much this result. Okay, so this was from one of the movies. By the Sea is the name. Okay, it's from Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. So this is like a scene from the movie. And this, I remember, is from a reference photo from my phone. I was like getting very comfortable with interior scenes at this time, which before I didn't do at all. Again, more flights, Copa Airlines. I don't know what I just wanted to paint this, but it's not very nice colors. Okay, this is nice. I really like this result. This is from the house, from my grandma's house in Cali. So this is like the how can I say this? Like the front door, el antejardín. So you have like the steps to the second floor, and we were playing bingo. So this is the machine, the bingo machine from my dad, and we were all like together playing. Of course, at this time I was also skipping a human figure always. Now you will see the difference with the other sketchbook. You will see it. So let's continue. The chairs, I really like the chairs. This is like this is like almost patrimonio cultural, like the plastic chairs, las sillas rimax. They are everywhere because I don't know why. Like I mean, I don't see this in Europe, of course. So this is like una silla rimax. This is the wooden chair, really nice, and all the plants from her. Um, Nice, cute plants. Um, what else? So we went. I went to a lot of places, like crazy. Okay, this fly. Um, this is eating in Ventolini, which is a restaurant, and I also like these colors. They were like they look a bit like wild, you know, like different. And yeah, I was very into chairs and into drawing tables and what it's on the table. Next stop here for all the foodies is Mr. Wins. This is just like a Wins place to eat, and what I did here was like to combine different like different views. This is not how it looked in reality, but so I combined our table, and this was in the back. Like this was I le estaba yo dando la espalda a esto. Also, I wanted to make some palm trees. I was seeing in front of me, so it was just like a combination of all the views I had around me. I hope it makes sense. And the open label. Um, so this is in a very touristic place. This is called San Antonio, and this is like the oldest church in the city. And these are like the street sellers, you know. Here you can see the fridges. So they are selling, I don't know, just juices, sometimes cholados, like very very authentic or like original things from our city, from Cali. All this was like the structure made of stones, and yeah, it looks, now that I looked at it, it looks very like muted, like the colors are not very saturated in comparison to what I'm usually do. This was when we went to El Lago Calima, a trip, weekend trip. This is outside Cali, and we had also like this balcony, and this is like I'm just lacking a lot of vocabulary right now. Okay, so this is like a barbecue thing, and we were just doing some arepas. Um, I hope you know which is what is an arepa, because it's great. And all the view of the lagoon here with the mountains, really nice place. Just a bit of like more chilly weather in comparison to Cali, which is hot, very hot. This is in Tierra Adentro, no restaurant. So as I said, I was like very into drawing interior scenes, also because I think I felt safer drawing inside than outside. so that's why that also explains a lot. And this is from a library I went to, and they had a beautiful, beautiful landscape near to the river. So there's a river here, and it's full of vegetation. Gracias. Está bien, no pasa nada. There's kids interested in my drawings right now. Jejeje.
¿Qué es ese móvil?
Estoy grabando, sí.
Vale, ¿y por qué no le dejamos el
Pua
parque?
Alena. Unas
Voy a salir, voy a
flores.
ser famoso. Mamá, soy famoso. Tienes 40.000 suscriptores en Instagram.
So we needed to change our location. I didn't finish the video in the park with the kids, but it's fine. Again, in my desk. But yeah, I just wanted, something different. Anyways, just to finish with this one, this it's supposed to be sunflowers, and I really liked that detail. This is in the same neighborhood as the previous one, El Peñón, it's his name. I love to do all these hanging lights when they are at the restaurants. It's like a very nice detail to do. Here the proportions are really bad. You can see here this um, like the balcony, and look so small the chairs and the table are. And also the color palette is quite weird. It's not my favorite here, but I was not like, my intention for this trip was to draw as much as possible. So whenever I could, I was trying, to draw. And what else? So this was also in San Antonio, in the old neighborhood. I already told you, it's one of the first neighborhoods in the city. It has a lot of like colonial architecture, and you can see here, like these are like very old windows made of wood, really nice. And we had amazing cazuela de mariscos, which is like seafood casserole. You can see here, made of and the plates are like were made of wood. And I think this gives the food a special taste, really nice. There were also like some aquatic paintings, in the walls, and they were like very tenuous. So I wanted also to make that detail here. You see, there's also these beautiful old tiles. So I can see here a lot of like little details from old architecture in the city, and I loved, to remember this. This is also like another restaurant in the same neighborhood, which is very nice. It's quite fancy, I guess. This is an old huge house. In old houses, you had like a central garden in the middle of the house, and you had all the bedrooms around. So you can see here there's like a fountain, and here the tables. We had dessert here, just coffee and cake, and this was like a very sylvatic, wild landscape. It was full of palm trees and monsteras inside, so it's really nice, to have coffee there. A lot of details, like ornaments made of wood. And this is like, I don't know if you see, it's just like the impression of a virgin, of Virgen Maria. This was also eating in another place. It was at night. Here, this plant, this is, I don't know how you call this in English, but in Spanish, at least in Colombia, and I guess here in Spain as well, the name is lengua de suegra, like mother-in-law tongue, and I guess it's because it's sharp tip. So That's funny. Some Hugo hits, the ones who are Colombian will understand, and I think it's easy to recognize which kind of beverage it is. And this is in La Elvira. This is a town near Cali. Um, Very nice. We went there for a weekend with my cousins lived there at that time, and we have this beautiful mountain view with a lot of vegetation here. And this is the place we stayed. This was made everything like by hand. My cousins and his partner, they made like a hut, um, and it's beautiful. All of this is just made of wood. And what else? A Coca-Cola here. Again, the Rimax, the Silla Rimax. This was in San Antonio as well. A beautiful old uh, shop from a old woman. She was very charming and loving. The shop is called Tienda La Socia, and you can see here the parqués is a very like um, also like something very common in Colombia to play parqués with family, with friends. The beer, the Gatorade here. This was when I went to the Pacific coast. So I had a trip to Bahia Malaga. Its name, and it was beautiful. This is the port in Buenaventura. So from Cali, we went by bus, like 2 hours, something like that, until Buenaventura to the port, and then from the port we needed to take a boat to go to Bahia Malaga, which is like just paradise in the Pacific coast. It's just like sea landscape with very wild jungle, also landscape. What else? So this was like a view from the hostel we went, full of species like plants, species, flora, like in all their types. Is great, to see this. Big the trees with big roots here, a lot of flowers. This was like the dining place for the hostel. Look at this cute little dog. He was just resting. We had a lot of fish, of course. Fish with rice, with tostadas de plátano, like plantain toast. Really good. And yeah, this is like like a big bottle of water because we couldn't take like tap water. It was not like drinkable. Some hammocks is the same dining place, but just like more to the left, with the beautiful view. I didn't finish this, with the beautiful view here from the sea. We went there and see like we saw like whale watching, I guess we could say it like that, just to see the whales with their babies. So it was beautiful. I have some videos of it. And this is a dream catcher. This was at my grandpa's house. His motorcycle with big speakers, big old speakers here. Also, you can see again like the old tiles, really nice yellow and blue. Some proof that I went to lot. I went to dance a lot. You can see here a note from my mom, a receipt that I didn't take too much receipts, but this one was quite interesting because of the illustration, which is not very common. So yeah. This is another landscape from Bahia Malaga. You can see that is like little houses, like very humble situation. I don't know if it makes sense in English, but yeah, like I mean, people is poor, basically. So I don't know. It's just like a very orangey um, um, way to portray it. And you had like the jungle, um, in the back, and here you had the sea. So it's nice, yeah, because it's like a town, and it's full of sand. There were not like the paths, the streets were just um, in sand. And this is a market in Cali, an old, very famous market, also very touristic, full of all the fruits you can imagine. And also, this is a nice sign here: baños dulces y baños amargos. So they were selling some herbs to make these baths for good luck and these kind of things, like superstitious things. So you can also like get a lot of weird things here, I guess. Um, this is like the view from like a breakfast stop before getting to Lago Calima, which I already told you about. So we had a big breakfast here, like arepa, rice, scrambled eggs. In Colombia, we name these pericos, which is eggs with tomato, chopped onion and tomato. It's nice, because I can literally, if I didn't have this in front of me, this drawing, I couldn't remember the memory as well as now. So this is really nice. Even though there's not a lot of detail, I can remember lots of things from that moment. So that's really nice. I also this is I also, with this I can remember the plant, but I don't know the name in English. The name in Spanish is Ave del Paraíso. And this was like an experience we had in Cafe Macondo, a beautiful cafe in Cali, like specialty coffee. And we were doing like some like cocktail tasting. And this is like inspired in the characters from Cien Años de Soledad from García Márquez. So El Alquimista, from Melquiades, Amaranta is another character. They were so good, so we taste all of them. Prieto, Crespi, and that's it. I didn't finish it. I was hoping to finish everything, but it was not possible, and I just leave it like this, maybe for another trip. So the next one is my sketchbook from 2 months ago, more or less, 2024. So we started here with some color swatches from new material I got from New York. So like 2 months ago, I went to New York, and then I saw this absurd cheap flight from New York to Cali. So I needed to get it. So these were some Prismacolor, these were Moleskine color pencils, first I'm trying. Again, the tickets. I was not planning to go to Cali, but since it's like when you see signs, like the destiny is talking. I needed to go to Colombia. So this is interesting drawing I did for a for a video on Patreon. We were just like playing with color, everything, and what I did was to combine two images in one. These were images I took on the Orchid Museum in Cali. So I was trying to to get a bit abstract and very pictorial only with the color pencils, and I didn't want a very like figurative outcome. So that's why I combined both images on my like on Procreate, I mean any editor, and it was quite playful, to draw. Again, these are more flowers. This was for the workshop I did in Cali, which I was very happy to do like my first workshop in Cali, but it's like another it's a different public, a different target. Is not as easy as here in Barcelona or in Europe. I thought it was going to be easy, like to get people, but it was not. Again, I wanted to do something related to what I do. So at first, I was thinking about using easy materials as ink, or pencil, to develop the subjects. But then, just like thinking it better, I thought, okay, maybe I love colors. I love to to talk through color. So I need to do the workshop with more color. So at the end, it was a big challenge, to get material which was affordable for all the people in the workshop. I was using some. This is like tempera. It's like something similar to wash, but that's just like school quality, so it was not as good. And of course, I'm used to other kind of materials, so that was a bit of a challenge. But at the end, I was getting a bit worried about it, but it was more about the execution, or the process, than the material itself. So at the end, it worked out. These were some like demos. I was talking about composition, about also aesthetic, and what is considered as ugly and what is considered as beauty, which I think it's a very interesting topic when developing our artistic process, and for those new people into art, because we can get a lot of judgment from others, just because we are experimenting and just playing with what is considered ugly, or unfinished, or not perfect, uh, etc. These are more proofs that I went to dance salsa a lot, and I needed to take advantage. And this is a view from a mall. This is like an ice cream shop. I was sitting with my mom, just having a dessert, really nice. And this is her. This is a very cartoony uh, drawing from her. Just coffee and cake with a blue eyebrows, and she always has these beautiful large eyelashes, so I wanted to make them like I wanted to make that clear in the drawing. This was again just I was having a beer just by my own in San Antonio as well, in a new place. I wanted to get to know a lot of nice places to draw, cafes, restaurants, everything. And this is like a second floor. You can see there that it's like the first floor. This is like a terrace in a second floor, and I could see here all the old roofs from the houses. This is like the first view was from the right when I was seated, and this was like the view in front of me. Also, like the roof of the place, more lights. This was like a big partner. This is I was looking for it, but I didn't find it. This is a Nia color too, and it's I don't remember the name of the shade, but it's a really nice dark blue. It's great. And this was from the drawing session we had. This was on June, if I'm correct. So we were drawing flowers and birds. I looked like for special photos of endemic birds from Colombia. So birds you just can't find in Colombia anywhere else. That was really nice. So the idea was to combine them all, both like birds and flowers in one images, in one drawing. But we had two different images. So from two different images, we needed to combine both. So this was like some warm-ups also. And here I was combining, as I said, this is not like we were taking reference from two different images and just trying to make a composition from it. This was 10 minutes. Some of the photos from the flowers I took them in Cali, and the others were from internet. 10 minutes as well. Some orchids. This looks like pretty similar to a toucan. More flowers, and I was like very enjoying putting everything like into a frame. You can see here, look, this is also a beautiful blue from the Sennelier brushes. It's great. So this was like in a talk, in an interview from a Colombian philosopher. They were talking about philosophy related also with the armed conflict in Colombia. This was in the Gold Museum. There's a lot of gold museums around the country, and it was really nice. A lot of potteries, like very old archaeological objects, like pre-Columbian cultures. Really nice. This is like the outside of the place with the view of an old theater. Also, again, colonial architecture. It was raining, so I was just waiting for the rain to stop while drawing. And this was a view from I was like doing groceries, and this was the view of the buildings. It was like a parking lot, and you see again here the buildings in the background with the mountain. Again, this was like a bit more of a close-up, and it's nice because in all the drawings you can see a bit of the mountain. We are like surrounded by mountains in Cali. It's because Cali is located like in a valley. The state, its name is Valle del Cauca. So yeah, we are just surrounded by beautiful mountains. And this was also like some thumbnails from different moments in a trip also. This is from a game named Cockroach, something like that. This is like a abstract drawing for the pool. Some cows we saw on the road, and a plant. Again, lots of greens. This is also like the front of another restaurant in San Antonio, and this is in Centenario, another neighborhood. You can see here again the mountains with the Las Tres Cruces there. This is like a building that is also like cultural heritage from the city. And I'm still loving all this, like in a panel. What else? This was in a visit to the museum. I was trying to get as much as possible from my trip. I went to the Museum La Tertulia, And again, it's surrounded by big trees, lots of birds and lots of noise as well, because there's like a lot of nature making noise. A little pond. This is another view from the street. This is La Quinta, is one of the like main avenues in the city, and this, of course, I didn't do this on location because I didn't feel safe. So I took the reference photo and I did it later. Lots of like street lights. So yeah, this was I really loved the experience of drawing this. This was in a bar called Bengale Bandolero. It's a beautiful place with a disco ball, which was a beautiful detail. And we were there. I was with my cousin, just having a drink, and I took out all my materials just from like suddenly I needed to do something. I was not having expectations at all, nothing. But I just did this that I loved. And it's like when you don't have expectations of nothing, but you still manage to do something that you really like, that's a great feeling. All the colors, all the layering I did, and the I was like able to play with all the crayons I had, to be able like to describe all the lights from the disco ball and from the bar. It was great. This was two guys in front of us having some nachos, some cocktails. I don't know. And this is again, this is like, is I loved this so much. I make this as a print, so it's in my shop, and I love it. I love it. Again, this was from an exposition from, again, like old objects made by indigenous cultures. This is again made from a reference photo. This is like a bee, these big black bees that I don't know the name, abejorro, abeja, avispa, something like that. And it's beautiful. I really like this as well. Like, I don't know, it's just so appealing to see for me. I didn't do this before. This is another view from Loma de la Cruz, the city at night. This is from a house, from a friend's house. Also, again, the old tiles, the old blue wooden window. Very lovely and cozy. And this is him. Yeah. So I was trying again. You can see the difference between the sketchbook from 2022. I was not doing human figure at all, but I was like doing my best here. For example, this was like an attempt of drawing my cousin. At the end, this was the last, this was the finished one. And I liked it. Like, I feel proud of myself. I was not able to do this before. Look, again, this was like an event, really nice. He was singing, like rap doing rap, I don't know. And I was able to draw him while he was singing, and at the end I showed him and he loved the result. This was having coffee in a place called BC Coffee Company. So I did like this, close-ups from different corners. I saw a guitar. This is the coffee machine, the cookies looking cute in this container or whatever. Again, another lengua suegra. And what is this? This was some notes from a creative writing workshop I did with a friend, and this was already in Barcelona with some dogs. We had a drawing session, drawing dogs, and emphasizing everything in shadows and lights, um, using just like wool, black and white materials. And this was in Costa Brava, back in Barcelona, just trying to enjoy summer in the Mediterranean before finishing, before autumn to come. And this was also nice attempt to draw again people on location, which is very difficult for me. I like that here the the umbrella, it's taking a lot of space from the landscape. This was having hotpot for the first time. It was quite of a challenge. It's an experience. Like if you go to a hotpot, I mean, you need to be very focused on prepping your food, like uh, dipping the things in the sauce, like thinking about a lot of things. It's not like you're gonna talk a lot with your friends, or at least for me, I was like very thinking about, okay, just dropping the food in the pot, and I'm trying not to forget about it, things like this. I really like this color palette, nice. Then a cocktail again in this was like how can I say this? It's like a theme bar about Orient Express, which was a train. And yeah, you had like this passport where you order your cocktail, and each character was a different cocktail as well. It was not so good, to be honest. It was better the theme that the cocktail at the end. This is from another um, process, drawing on location. All the process on location is on my Patreon as well. This in a cafe, how to draw on location. These were some sketches, drawing people, trying to keep going the situation. These were some drawings I made from the Olympics. Just a view from my plate and vermouth. A lot of drinking here in this sketchbook. Oh my god. This is from also a drawing session I host with Beth Spencer, which was really nice, drawing restaurants. So she choose some photos, I choose others, and we were just drawing together. Um, so I had some of them here, and the others were in other sketchbook, because always in drawing sessions I have two sketchbooks to draw. This is a very old, famous small bar here in Barcelona. La Plata is its name, and I really like this detail, like a couple, just sharing love. This is again La Plata inside. This is a view from this is a McDonald's, but it's like a vintage photo. Again, McDonald's, a beautiful drawing. I mean, for me, that I really liked. Enjoying a lot drawing, like sea life, and I need to keep doing it. I fell in love with this theme because of Ken Don. I don't know if you know Ken Don's work. It's an Australian painter. He's magnifique. He's great. I love his work. It's beautiful, and yeah. And this is it. These were some testings from metallic watercolors again, and this is all. This was from May to August, and hope you enjoy this video. I really enjoy talking. I was trying to be like brief because it's gonna be a bit long, the video, but it's great, you know, to see the both differences. Okay, I was forgetting to tell you, this is a Stillman and Burn sketchbook with soft paper. It's like 150 GSM, and this was given to me by Stillman and Burn, and it's great. I was a bit doubtful about having these rings, you know, because it's like literally my first sketchbook with rings, but I really enjoyed it because it was very easy, you know, to do this on location. You know, it was comfortable, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you could see the big differences. So keep practicing. That's the secret.